What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be teaching all of you how to wheelie any 50cc moped, 150 dirt bike, anything on two wheels. These tricks will apply. I am on a 50cc, that is, it's bored out to an 80, but it still feels like a pretty slow 50, but it's a little quicker. But you can do this with a stock 50. I was doing it with a stock 50, but I wanted to build my 50 up, so I'm getting a 150 soon. Relax on me, alright? If you can wheelie a 50cc, you can wheelie any bike known to man, because 50cc's have barely any power. It's harder to get up, and all you need to learn is the balance point, and you're good. But you have to put these tricks to play for them to actually be, you know, work. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to start. You want to start with your feet just hanging off the moped so you can learn the balance point. I'll show you an example. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on the moped. You can see my feet placement, you can see everything. Keep your butt over the back tire. You want your ass over the back tire. So both feet down. You can hold in the back brake to rev it up to get to that point where you want to hit it. Just like that, and then you feather the back brake and ease on the gas at the same time. You have your feet on the ground as feelers, so you feel out. You know, you're not going to tip over as long as you have your feet on the ground and your fingers on the back brake. Hold in the back brake, rev it up. And you can turn with your hips. Use your hips to turn. And you can learn the balance point so easy. You go too far back, hit the back brake. Also, if you guys are paying attention, you can hear when the moped has the most power. Right here is where my moped hits the hardest. So I get it up to this point. Once I get it up to this rev, I pull it up. So once you learn how to do it with both your feet just hanging down like that, you want to start picking one foot up. Whatever foot is easier, but for me, I have my left foot hanging and my right foot on the thing, and it's way easier. If you have good back brakes, you can put your life in that back brake right there, because that'll bring you down almost every single time. If they're good, don't quote me on that. You want to be using the gas and the brake evenly. You don't want to be bashing on the gas in a wheelie and then slamming on the brake so you come right back down. You want to be easing on the gas and easing on the brake at the same time so you can stay at that point. Wheelies, it's 50% skill, 50% fear. You can't be scared to do a wheelie. That's why most people can't do it, because they're scared of falling. They're scared of, you know, ruining their bike, getting hurt. But if you really want to wheelie, you gotta learn. Right above the rear tire. So you want to be sitting right here, and balancing on the rear tire, using that as your weight. You want to have no weight on your feet. You just want to put all the weight in your over this back tire right here. So you want all your weight to be balancing on the back tire, and none of it pushing down on this floorboard, because if you're pushing down on this floorboard, you're just going to push yourself back down. I'm going to give you guys an example of me pulling it up and putting all my weight on this pad right here. It's going to bring me right back down. I'm not going to be able to pull it up, and it's going to suck. Even with one foot, if you put too much weight on it, it's not going to come up. it's just gonna push yourself right back down. Alright, the clutch is also really important, which is right here. There's springs inside of it which engage at a certain RPM, and the later that spring engages, the more power you'll get to pick it up. On a stock clutch, it engages right away from a stop, so it's easier to do wheelies from a stop. But with the higher RPM springs, the faster you go, the later it engages. So for me, I have to go a little bit and then I'm able to pull it up. That's the whole point of the wheelie, is trying to stay at that balance point and do whatever you want to do at it. You guys cannot forget about this back brake. This back brake will save your life and save your scooter. You don't want your scooter looking like this or all banged up in the back. I didn't drop it from wheelie. It just, I mean I did, but we're not going to talk about that. But you have to keep 2 fingers, or 1 if however good your back brake is. My back brake's not that good, so I keep 2 fingers on it. But you want to have a secure back brake, because that's going to bring you down when you're falling too far back. Key step in pulling it up is putting your weight over the handlebars and, you know, not yanking back, but giving some momentum to help whatever you're using get up easier. Have your body like this, and then pop back. You want to pop back like this. Hold your feet to be just barely sitting on the floorboard, and as soon as you pick it up, you drop the left foot. So you yank it up, drop 1 foot. Yank it up, drop 1 foot. For me, when I pull it up, I keep both my feet. You want to keep both your feet right here. No weight, but towards the back of the bike. Yeah, 1 foot on. No weight on this foot. I could take it off like this. No weight. I can move this one around. No weight. For some people, it might be easier with their right foot down or their left foot down. Do whatever works for you. For me, it's way easier with my left foot down. Alright, now pulling it up. You want no weight on your feet. So focus on my feet placement. I have no weight. I'm not pushing on my feet at all. I'm on the back of the seat. My butt's back here. Rev it up. I have no weight on my foot. I have no weight. That's why I can just take it off like that, because I got no weight on it. Just like this. No weight on the feet. Fingers over the back brake. You can pick your feet up. You lean it. Like this, see? So if you guys are paying attention how I'm doing it every time, you can see I'm going this much forward and pulling back. Not too hard, not too light, but in just enough to give it that extra oomph it needs. But everybody's moped is different, so the point it engages, it's going to be different. Alright, so after you learned all those wheelies and you feel confident that you can learn balance point with no feet on, you want to start picking your foot up in the wheelie. Feel the balance point and then start picking your feet up. Just start picking your feet up. And remember what I said, no weight on your feet. That's the trick. No weight on your feet at all. You want to have your ass right here, no weight on your feet, lean over and pick it up as you press the throttle, and keep your fingers on that back brake. It'll save your life. You can't be scared to drop back. The back brake will save you. Just have your life in that back brake and you will be okay, I promise. It's way easier to turn with your feet down. Once you start getting your feet up, you have to turn with your hips. You just got to stabilize yourself over that rear tire. As long as you're over the rear tire, you are going to be okay. As soon as you start picking up your foot is when you have to focus on balancing.
perfect lean and pop.
So once you learned how to pick your feet up in the wheelie, you're ready to learn how to pull it up with both feet on and keep both of your feet on. All you have to do is remember the steps I told you before. No weight on your feet, keep 2 fingers on the brake or whatever works for you. You just want to keep that back brake covered. Easy on the throttle, easy on the brake. Your butt over your back tire, so you're feeling the weight of the tire, so you know how much room you have to play with. Don't be scared to lean back. As long as you're holding that back brake, you will be okay. You might have to take a foot off and move around depending on the balance, because you know today's windy as fuck out, so I gotta move around to balance. My ass is over the back tire right now. I'm balancing on the back tire.
Notice how I'm just throwing my weight back here and keeping it at the point.
So balance, it's just balance is key.
Here, pay attention to my legs and how I'm shifting my weight over the back tire to stay balanced the whole time.
Both feet light.
Here you could see the suspension squeezing back when I throw my weight back on the back tire.
Another key tip is it's all in the hips. A lot of this is in the hips. Like you'll feel it when you start getting good and learning, but to turn, it's all in your hips. If you're on something with a foot brake, it's the same thing with a foot brake, just with the hand. You've got to keep your foot over the brake and your fingers over the brake. If you have power on your motorcycle or whatever you're trying to wheelie, you can wheelie it way easier than something with no power. This is way harder to wheelie than a 2-stroke, a 150. Even all the smaller dirt bikes have way more power than these things. And on the dirt bikes, you have clutch. Clutch makes it way easier because you could just pop the clutch if you need to. If you could power wheelie, just power wheelie, whatever. A wheelie's a wheelie. I'm telling y'all, if y'all really take the tricks I try to teach you in this video and apply them to how you actually ride, you will definitely be able to wheelie. You just have to commit and actually try. Fear is what stops most people. Just don't be scared of falling or anything. It might come. It doesn't hurt that bad if you do fall, but if you fall bad, it will hurt. So that's why you gotta learn slow, learn all the basics first before you try to do all crazy tricks, whatever you want, whatever. Just learn the basics first. Everybody starts out in the same spot, so don't be mad if you're not getting it the first try. Everybody that does this has practiced and has taken time out of their day to learn this. So don't watch this video and expect to just hop on the bike and learn how to wheelie in one day. I mean, you could definitely learn how to wheelie in one day. It's pretty easy, but you're gonna gradually get better and better and better every day you practice. Practice makes perfect. I'm telling you, if you do everything I showed you in this video and put no weight on your feet, hold the back brake, light on the throttle, ass over the back tire, you're gonna be able to wheelie. It's just as simple as that. You just have to put it to play and you guys will be good. I hope y'all learn how to wheelie after this video, because if not, what the fuck, why are you even watching this if you're just go out there and learn how to wheelie, alright? I'm sick of this. But enjoy, y'all.